since we consider and look not to the things that are seen. Paul sounds confused. But to the things that are unseen. Wait 1 minute, Paul. You want me to look at the things, not look at the things which are seen, but look at the things which are unseen. What are you smoking? Right? The Apostle Paul says, since we consider and look not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen, for the things that are visible or the things that are seen are temporal. They are brief. They are fleeting. But the things that are invisible or unseen are deathless and everlasting. Amen. That's powerful. Amen. So you can understand right there why the Apostle Paul also says we walk by faith and not by sight. What he's trying to say is that the believer's life, even though we see those things, we don't live by those things. Why? Because he goes on to say that the things that you can see in front of you is temporal. If you can see it, if you can feel it, if you can taste it, if you can touch it, it's temporal. Sickness in your body is, come on, say it with me, it's temporal. Financial hardships are temporal. Broken relationships are temporal. Whatever it is that's limiting you in the natural, whatever you can see, he says that it is temporal. But he says the things that are invisible are deathless and everlasting. What are the things that we can't see? Can you see hope? Can you see faith? Can you see love? Can you see, in the natural realm, you don't see those things, but are they there? Yes. And he says the things that you cannot see, those things will last forever. Amen. So he's trying to get perspective in order. Because a lot of us are developing sickness, we are developing diseases, we are developing hypertension, we are developing impatience, we are developing anger issues, we are developing frustration, anxiety, fear, worry. We are developing a lot of things in our life simply because we are considering or paying much attention to the things that we are seeing. He says, by faith, by what? By the thing which is seen? Is faith seen? No. So by this invisible thing, by faith, we understand that the worlds during the successive ages were framed, fashioned, put in order, and equipped for their intended purpose by what? By the word of God. So that what we see, listen to this, so what we see was not made out of things which are visible. Isn't that powerful? The things that you see around you, the stars, the moon, the planets, the atmospheres, the stratospheres, the hemispheres, the galaxies, all of these things, you can see it. But the Apostle Paul says, by faith we understand that these things that you see were not made of anything that was visible. Therefore, if it was not visible before, it is visible somewhere. Where? The question now is, where does this exist? Right? Where was the stars and the moon? Where was the planets and the ocean and the stuff in the ocean? Where was all of these things? It was in God. He imagined it. What is imagination? The ability to form images and ideas in the mind, especially of things never seen or experienced directly. That is imagination. It is the creative part of the mind. Come on, somebody. Your imagination is the creative part of the mind. The part of the mind where ideas, thoughts, and images are formed. Resourcefulness. The ability to think of ways of dealing with difficulties and problems. Go back to the verse that I just said. The word seen means to take the physical thing and see it with spiritual results. To be resourceful, it means that I have the ability to think of ways of dealing with the difficult problems that I'm in. Come on, somebody. I have the ability to see my sickness healed because of my imagination.
Amen.